Hello everyone and welcome to the pilot episode of JRPDiary, the first in an experimental series. The general idea is to sort of combine a Let's Play with my more traditional analysis videos, allowing me to tackle longer Japanese role-playing games over time without creating large gaps in my content creation. It also allows me to look more intimately at a Japanese role-playing game piece by piece as opposed to summarizing points up in a shorter video. As stated, this is experimental. If it interferes too much with my regular video content like the Resident Evil 6 series did, then I'll put an end to it. If, however, it is a success, then it will become a regular part of my content library. With that said, I'm starting with Final Fantasy X for two reasons. The first reason is that I haven't played this game since I was in high school over 10 years ago, and during that time period I was undergoing a strict diet of haterade for Squaresoft, now known as Square Enix. I would like to see if, playing this game as an adult that has since come to terms with those adolescent feelings of angst and betrayal, I have a different perspective of it and perhaps a greater appreciation. The second reason is simply because the HD re-release just came out in stores, and so what better game to start with? So let's say we fire this game up and, well, hello bonus audio. You mean like a sound test? Wonder what that, oh, it's just the credits. Alright, well let's, back up here and, no, that doesn't, oh crap. So you can't back out of the credits once you select them, and they contain dialogue that could spoil the game for you if you've never played it, so, yeah, don't select credits in bonus audio. At this point in my life, I'm a pretentious enough bastard that I choose a Japanese voice track whenever possible in Japanese games. But for the sake of the viewer, I'll leave it at English. That way, if I need to highlight dialogue from the game, you, the viewer, won't need to read. And we all know reading is satanic. You can't summon the devil if you can't read the ritual. Now then.
What seat?
He's blocking the front row! 2, 3... Teach us how to blitz!
You know, I always wondered what Satan was like. The config page doesn't seem to have language. But that's not fair.
That's not fair.
That's not fair!
Honestly, that's a bit of the problem with my first impression with the game. I was genuinely excited to plunge back into it, but I've already gotten so many mixed feelings about its presentation. Right after we see this depressing, dreary sight with our party, we're given control of Titus and...
Can I have your autograph?
I understand the point here is to illustrate who Titus is, and at the time this was likely a visual effects next generation gaming buffet of crack cocaine for the brain, but aside from showing us that Titus is a celebrity and at least has a relationship with his fans, the game does nothing but throw random nonsense at us. Who the hell is this kid, and why does he keep telling Titus what to do? Why does someone suddenly talk about Titus's father, and, you know, who are they anyway?
My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day.
What, are they the announcer or something? Man, what does this game want out of me? Confusion is not the same as mystery. I wonder how they got there, or I wonder what that is, are not the same as, what is going on? Where am I? Who am I? Is this game just one big existential crisis? Final Fantasy IV started with the Red Wings flying to Baron after stealing a magic crystal. Final Fantasy V began with a meteor crashing to the planet. Final Fantasy VI started with a raid on a mining town in Magitech friggin' armor. Final Fantasy VII starts with a raid on some kind of a factory. Instant hooks that suck the player in. Final Fantasy X?
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Can I have your autograph? He's blocking the front row!
Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks.
You know where the game should have started? With this first flashy cinematic. Yeah! Listen to that guitar riff. Check out the sports game. Man, this is getting me pumped up and... Whoa, what's going on over there? Oh man, it's Godzilla! Super Ronin Man is summoning Godzilla or something. This is gonna be amazing! Yeah, metal! I'm gonna friggin' kill some shit! Oh, it's that kid again. Even if that cinematic would have gotten me more sucked into the game, more pumped up to play it, I really think that the voice acting, particularly for Titus, is going to help keep me out of the story. Or at least the varied delivery that Titus has. When he's monologuing, he either sounds like he's trying to be noir,
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer.
or he's going for a bit of a Stand By Me vibe.
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up.
Not only does he sound completely different, but it gives off a completely different personality than what we're getting with the standard eccentric voice acting.
I thought I was gonna die in this place. I need food.
Is the monologue supposed to be Titus looking back as a more world-wise character? Is he supposed to reflect the emotions and feelings he was experiencing at the time? Do we really need him to narrate it all? I mean, show, don't tell and all that? It really makes it hard to get into the story, and since I haven't gotten too far into the gameplay, there's really little impetus to boot the game back up outside of obligation. I bought it, I have it, may as well keep going. This is a personal point too, but I'm also a bit more disappointed than usual that the Japanese track is not available in this version because, well, just how culturally Japanese the game looks. Not just in the fashions, but in character behaviors and how they appear. Some of the mannerisms on display remind me of some of the live-action Japanese shows or films that I've seen, and while the characters still have disturbingly large eyes, their facial features are clearly more Asian than we've gotten in the series before. As a result, I not only want a Japanese voice track for the sake of more tolerable acting, but to preserve the original spirit and all the other pretentious reasons that go with it. Unfortunately, Squeenix decided 2 games needed to fit on a single disc. Anyway, that's all for this episode. I think it's too early to comment on gameplay, so I'll see you next time.
Just hold on. I'll get more wood.
Yeah, you will. Good to see games haven't changed much in 10 years, right, Miranda?